That's good. You in your first game? Yeah, but I heard some guys say it was kind of cheap. But I think blue, like, I don't know if you want to do that all the time. I think you're just doing it for the test. Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right now, so I am beginning my first rebuild in CFB 26. Um, Created my coach. I'm going to be doing San Diego State University, SDSU. Did Coach Enrique Obama from Hawaii, Southern California, Pipeline. Um, right now, I kept the playbooks. What was the? I think contract says I need to win 5 games. So that's my goal. 5, 6 games. Hopefully, make a bowl game. I'm on the Heisman difficulty level. I also did custom conferences. So, like, I redid the Mountain West. I put BYU and Utah back in there. I also did the Pac-12, which essentially is the Pac-10. I put Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Colorado and Texas back in the Big 12. Show some of my, well, Texas is number one. Missouri back in there. I think that left the SEC as the kind of like the original, Although Texas A&M is still in there, which I feel like I know they were in the Big 12 for a little bit in the I think late 90s and 2000s. But yeah, so that's how I'm starting this up. I've already set my recruiting board. Um, oh, I got some top fives. Didn't know that. So I'm gonna go through here, see if I can. Oh, got a lot. So Enrique Geraldo. I had a top four, or not a top four, a 4-star recruit in here. I don't know if he still is. He might. But let me get let me do these. Did the scouting. Oh, I did do. Let me go back here real quick. For the coach, I went with the recruiter. So with the pre-order, I was able to spend the coins to upgrade. Um, but even still, with the extra, like with the since they cost 8 coins now, was not able to open up the hoe. But my offensive coordinator, Gary Dringen, he is also an elite recruiter, so that's helping. Even though he has a F prestige, and then my D coordinator is in the motivator tree. Let me go back. That's his progress right there. So we'll see, I kept the slider. I didn't adjust the slider yet for coach speed setting. If anything, I might turn it down. It depends how fast I progress in just the first season here. And then I didn't adjust. Actually, I take that back. I did adjust the sub. Let me see here. No adjustments here. Oh yeah, well, 12-minute quarters, accelerated clock on, 15-second minimum play clock time. I did turn the auto progress players off. I'm gonna see how that goes. But yeah, gonna go back into recruiting. schedule some visits. So right now you could say I have 450 hours to spend.
Can you like save mixes? Well, if I found one, like pretty much like to where you can like say if you wanted to play it later or something.
Ooh, oh, that's right. Only 15. Only got to spend 15 hours to get him to come for a visit. I don't know if I could beat BYU though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to schedule some of these guys. You know what? I'm gonna schedule them there.
You have to pay yearly for it.
Set this. I got 35. Manuel Mideros.
Well, I'm cool with this. Oh, you said is it count for the same thing? It's like you sending me your account for the same thing. Like you know how you say you send like Sherry's account. Is that like the same thing as like the login for like your subscription?
So I'm number one on Lamar Hills board. So I'm gonna bring him in for a visit.
Yeah.
Actually, that's just top eight.
Oh, okay. Man, just
See, I didn't put any time on him, but he wants to visit. So I'm gonna wait on him. Got a pocket passing quarterback,
man,
Shane Canty.
send me your login. Who forgot his login? I haven't used that with Jules. So thank you for the title thing. Can you pay yearly for that? Oh, monthly. Monthly.
It's 3-star left guard. I'm gonna bring him in here on week 7 versus BYU.
74. Okay.
So I think, yeah, proximity to home.
I think I've sent you. Thank you. I think I have. I have sent you.
Who I went, oh, I haven't put any time there. So let me go back, look at my board. He locked me out. Manny Boudreau. So I'm first here, top 8, proximity to home. This is deal breaker. So it looks like UCLA went down. All right.
I should share
So
it with you.
yes. So So I'm going to get into the first game here against FCS East.
So I hit log in or what?
The Judicials. Yeah, so no alternate uniforms, but I do like the black and red. And they got the cool Aztec design on their helmet. All right, so let's go. Game 1.
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to San Diego, Snapdragon Stadium, home to the San Diego
I haven't been
State
to
Aztecs.
Snapdragon Stadium, but I've been by Snapdragon Stadium,
Taking on
and
a team from the Mountain West, the San Diego
it's really
State
not
Aztecs. 48 Sports
the
College
ideal
football every state is
atmosphere
joined
for a football stadium.
David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
But typical San Diego weather.
And the Aztecs ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Judicials offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate.
There he goes! And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies behind the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Finding open areas. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Rides to back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play.
All right, so we got a third down here.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up 4th down from the 43.
Looks like they're going to go for it here.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Tries to get it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Judicials will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And all defenses talk about it.
Trey
Sacks,
White
tackles
with the
for
sack.
loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll try to put 1 down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It is
Nice
good.
kick.
And that'll put the
So we
first
held them
points
to
of
the field
game on
goal.
the board. It's 3-0.
Gave up some long runs.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense
We
takes
didn't
the
break,
football
but
down
we
the field. Yeah,
definitely-
you want to get touchdowns,
definitely
but
bent.
getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this year.
So defense needs a lot of work, especially with this being an FCS school.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground.
Did you just say, come on,
The
man?
Aztecs offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Guys, let's think just for a minute about big picture San Diego State. The only important expectations are the ones inside.
Not
the
familiar
program.
with
When
this
you start the
offense.
season on the outside of the rankings,
Not
looking
familiar
in,
with these
it can
players.
give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected.
And it
They
shows.
want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's busted. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Sends it back in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. He gets gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of
Jaden
downs.
Denigal, I think he's a junior.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
The Aztecs are marching down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown!
There we go.
They went for the big play, and boy,
It's a nice throw by Jaden Denigal.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The option look. He'll keep it himself. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet.
Dude, nice run by the quarterback, man. By Brock Ladler.
This offensive 1st down.
The defense has got to do
That was
a
a
better
great
job
run.
with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He now has 63 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken.
It's not what I was wanting to do.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Nice.
That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
Oh, looks like they're going for it again.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. They give to the big fullback.
Ooh.
And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd.
All right, 1st down and 10.
They've got a 1st down here to open the period. On the ground, it's O'Neal. Not much running room there thanks to this
There we
senior
go.
defender.
And what's the closest guy to the
So I'm just
football,
gonna
man?
keep
Those
bringing that
defensive tackles. And
strong
those guards
safety
and centers
or
have
free
to work
safety.
together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually
Ooh, that was a nice run. I was going for the pitch, man.
He goes for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down. The Judicials come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 26-yard
Nice read.
line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
On the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
All right, 3rd and 9.
That line, he'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash.
Ooh, nice kick.
It is perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ohio delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Athens. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the MAC. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. It's Sutton. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Aztecs. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take it.
So I'll probably see if I can hold them here. Get another score. And if so, I'll probably sim through the end of the game.
Settling for field goals on these drives if you want to win the football game. They'll run play action.
Ooh, nice read.
It's a running room. They'll get him on the ground.
Totally was expecting pass.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked
There we
down
go.
at 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
2nd and 14. I think a screen here, maybe run, try to catch me off guard.
The give from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The Judicials need a massive chunk way to move the sticks here on third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
All right.
And the Judicials decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Bring in the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get
Held onto the ball for too long.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Hit as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And the Aztecs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Trying to take
Terrible throw.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having
wide open spaces. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. He's racked up 92 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Judicials.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab down the left side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, San Diego State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Still not happy with the play yet against an FCS school.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will
It's going to be a long rebuild.
And now this offense will take the field again. Back Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The judicial send out the punt unit. Doesn't say
Just
much
padding
for your
stats
drive
on
when you're
defense
looking
right now.
forward to the punt. A low line drive and not his best work. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They'll throw on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's busted. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal. They'll immediately call timeout.
The
Well,
four.
this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
And you really need your quarterbacks, man, to understand, like, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, like, give it up, get north-south, throw the football away. You can't just turn run.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
My last time out.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
San Diego State.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like a
So I'm up by
terrific
11.
atmosphere there today in San Diego. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Snapdragon Stadium.
That was a busted coverage right there.
And the Judicials will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped.
Wait, what?
So they were able to put
Wow.
up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Judicials now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
And the Judicials are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. The Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. Wouldn't call it a shame.
Well, I was gonna say, don't get a penalty there.
His greatest hits. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They
Oh, what
went
the
right
hell?
back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Napier. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
The Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. This is a designed run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up the field.
Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats
6
while we
rushing
have a
yards.
break in the action.
Wow.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth.
I'm going to reward the fullback here.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Aztecs!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys expect the
How the hell did they score?
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Turning it on! And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. And the Aztecs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Can't even see the ball.
So the officials take a
Oh,
closer
yeah,
look
he
in
was
the
down.
replay booth. Will overturn the call. The Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the Aztecs get it past the sticks. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
They'll run it from the gun. defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Trying to escape and get it himself. The last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
The give to the tailback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA
So we got the
Sports
first
College
win.
Football.
Defense did not play very well. Jaden Denegal, 18 of 29, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 332 yards. Rushing game was non-existent. See Trey White. So hopefully, man, I think he's the best player on the team. So let's return to the hub.